My background is in the military, so I spent several years in the RAF. So I guess I wanted to be join the military first, and whilst in the military, I had the opportunity to become a paramedic. And at the time, I felt it was something that was going to sort of push my clinical skills, push my boundaries, and also give me employability when I was then to leave the military. So I guess the military came first, paramedicine came second. Spent 22 years in the RAF and I retired last summer, lucky enough to start the job here at the university pretty much straight away. But during that 22 years, the last 16 years of that were as a paramedic. I travelled the world, I really lived the dream. I spent a lot of time in North America, Africa. I spent 6 tours with the medical emergency response team in Afghanistan, doing medical retrieval, and I guess kind of gaining a lot of trauma experience. And it's a trauma experience I think that I'm able to kind of bring to the team here. An interesting fact is that a lot of our students who, when they finish our programme, can go and work in places like the military, the offshore oil and gas industry, for example, film and TV, prisons, GP surgeries. So I guess it's kind of really varied, and what I bring to hopefully to our team is the fact that I come from a non-traditional sort of ambulance service background. I've met a fair few celebrities. I was looking to meet the Queen. I was invited to Buckingham Palace as part of my work in Afghanistan in the military to meet the Queen, which was like absolutely fantastic. I'd spent a fair bit of time in Afghanistan. I'm probably one of the most sort of experienced paramedics who was kind of in Afghanistan at the time, and on the back of having done so much time out there, I was invited to the palace along with other military personnel for her to kind of say thank you for the work that we'd done in Afghanistan. So, like I say, it's a really humbling experience, but that was pretty much a highlight of my career. I've got 2 youngish boys, so they keep me fairly busy, but I really like to keep fit. So I like to run and I road cycle as well. I quite enjoy doing that, getting out as often as I can. I've seen some pretty awful things, but I've also had the ability to work with some fantastic people, some great teams, and always trying to work hard when I was there to do the very best I could for my patients. That's something I take into normal life. And I guess kind of skills that I learned in the military that aren't necessarily clinical are things like flexibility, timekeeping, and being kind of a little bit innovative, and hopefully the skills that I can also bring from the military into my kind of current role as a senior lecturer in clinical intubator. I love being here at the university. I love the fact that I'm doing something very different to what I used to do, but I do think the two kind of work quite well in parallel. And I guess as well to say that the university is really big kind of with the military covenants that the university have signed. They've got a very pro military and ex-military kind of ethos within the university, and that's really nice to see.